Hey, it's Keri Murphy from Inspired Living TV, and welcome to my home. I get asked all the time, Keri, how do you create your set for all your videos? So today I'm going to give you a sneak peek on how we shoot ILTV, and you're going to learn things that took me a long time to learn, like how to set up your lighting and your camera equipment, do's and don'ts for your at-home set, and how you can truly shine like a star on camera. The first tip I want to give you is choose a space in your home that represents your brand. Let's face it, not all of our spaces look the same. In fact, just through this window here, you will see Little Lawrence Playland. Not a place that I would choose to shoot. So choose a place in your home or office that really represents you, that allows you to show up and feel comfortable. When people watch Inspired Living TV, I want them to feel like they're in my home, that they're sitting down right next to me. When I shoot Inspired Living TV, I want people to feel like they're in my home, like they're sitting down right next to me. So I make it exactly that, in my home. Now, when I shoot Inspired Living TV interviews, that's different. We're on location. But for your every week videos that I hope you're putting out to your community, it doesn't have to be a big set. It can be something intimate that truly reflects who you are and the message you want to convey. And none of my videos would look the way that they do if it wasn't for the man behind the camera that helped me set it all up. Now wait, before I bring in this fabulous gentleman who's been with me now for years, I just want to say this, that I didn't start out with a crew. For a very long time, I shot my own videos with my own little camera with really not so great lighting and sound. And it wasn't until my business grew to a certain point that I truly invested in my production. So I do not want this to be something that feels intimidating or scary to you, because now our technology is incredible. You can shoot amazing videos on your iPhone or other smartphone. So I'm gonna bring in Eric, who's gonna give you some pointers on how to set up your lighting and camera and sound. So Eric, come on in. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good, you've been with me for a long time.
A long time. On my birthday, last week, I was reflecting on that. And yeah, it's been a long time. We've come a very long way.
We have come a long way, and the equipment has changed from when we started.
Yes, tremendously.
Right, so we grow together, right?
Exactly.
All right, so I'm going to make you squeeze in here.
Okay.
Okay, so when people are looking for equipment, what should they be looking for?
More than anything, equipment-wise, you could have the best camera, but if you don't have the proper lens, you're, pretty much...
Out of luck.
Yeah, out of luck, yes. So lighting and, lens, you could have, honestly... you could shoot a lot of great things with your iPhone nowadays.
Right.
Especially like the iPhone 8, I believe.
Yeah.
I lost count after the 4 and the 5.
Oh, look at he's still archaic with his videos, with his phone. But his camera equipment is amazing.
So even with this, you're able to put a tripod and, as long as you have good lighting, you frame it how you say, in a good, position, a good angle, you're good. And a microphone too. So you could start off with just this.
Yeah, when I talk about camera equipment, I always say you want to make sure that whatever you're using, whatever camera you're using, has an external microphone source, right?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Yes, and not all cameras allow you to do that.
No.
Right.
No, absolutely. So there's a lot of DSLR cameras that shoot video that do not have that external microphone input.
Right. See, you don't want those.
Yes.
Yes.
You do not want those because nowadays Amazon sells some really long lavaliers that you could, directly attach to the camera, which...
I have them. Yeah.
There you go.
They could be great.
Yes. And more than anything, lighting and sound for me is the most important thing.
So let's talk about lighting really quickly. I mean, we have some LED lights here and some really other bright lights over here. So when people are looking at lighting in their home or office environment, what are some key things they should remember?
Natural lighting. So whatever, yes.
Yes.
Keri Murphy's home is amazing.
Full of natural light.
Full, yes. And, like I could see blinds here. I usually open them. They were already open, but, I'd come here. If they were closed, I'd open them, just to get as much light as possible into the environment. There is some blinds on the other side that, are kicking in some light too, and then go from there. So, fill in the face, fill in the shadows. So we got a main LED light and this camera directly here right on top. and then we got two
other lights here.
Yeah,
right?
from the side.
Yeah.
So it's covering one side, and then it's pretty much filling in the other side. So you pretty much have even lighting.
Because we don't want shadows.
No.
That's what we don't want. So when you set up your home or your office studio, try to get as much natural light. Shoot during a time of day, which we always do, where the natural light is at its best. Now, when I talk to people, I say, never shoot with the natural light behind you. You want to shoot with it in front of you. But the way my house layout is, I have a ton of windows, and there's a tree right outside this bay, which allows us to take the light that's coming in from this side and really highlight the space in the room. So you kind of have to play with it and see what works best for you. But if you have a natural light source that is right in front of you, isn't that a good place to go? Like, find the light.
Yes,
I always say, find the light.
Exactly, and this is a great position because I've noticed a little earlier the sun was coming down and it was reflecting in those walls and it was giving you a beautiful look. So this is a beautiful place to.
So find the time of day though. Find the time of day where your sun is the best and try to shoot your videos consistently with that time so you don't have to worry about shadows and other bad lighting. And you know what? We all have days where it's cloudy out, it's raining out, there is no natural light. So
we
try
got
to be, yes.
We got very lucky today because the lighting has been the best it's ever been. And you know,
just for you, just for this video.
There you go. Yeah, it's been times how you said it's cloudy and it's really, you know, you even say it's like yucky.
Yeah, but not everyone lives in Southern California where it's sunny all the time. So try to find a time of day where you do have the most light and then use artificial light, balance it out. And again, this might sound a little overwhelming. If you go to inspiredliving.tv and you download my Be Studio Ready guide, it actually takes you through some of the equipment we're talking about, and then you can actually purchase it right there if you want to find out more. So external microphones, Eric,
yes.
How expensive do they need to be?
Honestly, they don't have to be that expensive. What I do, even personally, on Amazon, I look for the highest rated microphone. I read the reviews, making sure it's not computerized, because some of these reviews are sometimes computerized.
Really?
Yes.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
And they're usually about $30, $40. Like, you know, you could buy a $10 mic, but you're pretty much...
Yeah, probably get what you pay for.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do have one on my kit that I paid $40, $50 that I use. Sometimes with, you know, my iPhone, I just put it in and I connect it right, you know. I do a lot of weddings too, so I connect it to a bride and it works flawless. $40, $50, you know. So.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't have to spend, you know, your whole salary or income on your equipment, but you do want to invest in a few key things. I do like having a microphone and a camera that is separate from my phone. Because again, it does fill up your phone storage quite quickly if you're shooting a lot of videos.
Yes, exactly.
So that's where it's nice to have an external video.
Unless you're offloading all the time, which is annoying.
Yes, annoying. Okay, so we're now going to show you kind of how to create the set. But before we do, I'm going to ask Eric one more question. Eric, why do we shoot kind of kitty corner with this depth of field? Did I just give it away? Versus like up against a flat wall.
Yes, you know, more than anything nowadays, you know, people's attention spans is very short. So you want, that's why I put two cameras and I put an interesting, you know, depth. I add depth because people are like, oh, it looks, you know, the blurry background and all that stuff. That's pretty much the depth of field. So, you know, it adds more of a cinematic feel, you know, it makes it look, you know, a lot more pleasing, you know, more professional. So that's why we never shoot, you know, straight toward, you know, like in front of the wall. You know, we find, you know, there's a couple feet where we could, you know, have something in the background.
That gives a little bit dimension. So if you have an office or a home place where you can actually just kitty corner your chair or your table so you're not up against a flat wall, it just creates a more appealing look. It's more inviting, it creates more depth and interest than just shooting up against a flat wall. But if that's all you have, go for it. Please don't let that stop you. But if you can play around with creating some depth, it's just more interesting to the person watching.
Yep.
Yes?
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. So one of my first businesses was interior design, and I love creating beautiful spaces. And some of those principles have actually really helped me when it comes to creating a set, and will help you create some beautiful things at home as well. So one of the things that I constantly tell people is when you have a natural light source, you want to put a sheer. Now, what does a sheer do? It actually creates some really great dimension and some texture around the window, but it also gives you a beautiful diffuse light, which actually eliminates anything that you don't don't like people to see. Diffuse light is awesome. Okay, so get some shears on a window. The second thing is the law of thirds. A lot of times I'm watching people's videos and they have hundreds of books behind them, frames behind them. And you know what people are doing when they're watching your video? They are looking at the books and the videos and everything else behind you, not focusing on what you're saying. So make it simple. Stick with 3 things. 3 things on your shelf, or 3 things on your table, which I'll show you here in a minute. Now you can also have 5. There is something about odds, and sometimes I'll have 5 things on the shelf depending on the size. You also want to mix and match your scale. What does that mean? I wouldn't want 3 things that are all the size of this vase. You want things that are taller. You want things that are shorter. So you really want to create different scale when it comes to deciding on what accessories you're going to use. So try to pick maybe 3 to 5 things that have different height variables. Now, down here is my little bookcase, which I love, but before I shot this video, it was filled with children's books. And I actually noticed in one of my videos how distracting they were. So we took all the books off for filming so you weren't distracted looking at what Lauren is reading every day. Now, another example of law of thirds is my little coffee table here, this little side table. Notice I do not have more than 3 things on here. That would be way too distracting and too cluttered. You want to keep your space really simple. So again, when they're watching the video, they're looking at you, not looking at everything else behind you. It's actually, I have a funny story. In my upstairs office for years, I would shoot my videos, and there was this little note that my mom wrote me, and I framed it because it's really important to me. And I would start getting comments on my videos like, Keri, what does that thing behind you say? Goodness gracious, are you not watching me? So don't put anything behind you where someone is trying to figure out what it is. That's a good tip for you, okay? Now, when it comes to your furniture, I'm going to suggest that you choose something that is simple. Again, a really printed chair or something that has too much contrast can be very distracting. I love a simple leather chair, a simple cream chair, but whatever you choose, just make sure it's comfortable. And again, the scale fits with everything else that's around it. Now, we were just talking about camera and lights, so I want to give you a sneak peek of what our setup looks like here. Now, remember, it was not always this way. We have graduated to 2 cameras and these lights now. But you can see again, there's what we call a key light, which is that main light that's going to light up your face on camera. And then we have what's called a fill light. And that light is this bad boy over here. So wherever you are in your home, make sure, or office, that you have light on each side of your face to make sure that you don't have any shadows and you look as beautiful or as handsome as can be. And those are my tips on how to create a beautiful set in your home or office. Remember, just to get started and keep it simple. You can download everything I shared with you by going to inspiredliving.tv and download my Be Studio Ready guide. I can't wait to see you shine on camera, and I'll be looking out for those videos soon.